Let's go! Are you kidding me, sir? Patrick Mahomes might be back to his old self. I know it's just a preseason game, and I know it's the Chicago Bears, but first things first, this guy actually has an offensive line this year. This protection is pretty good, and Mahomes decides to extend this play. Yes, of course, he could work underneath to Travis Kelce to make it a more manageable field goal, but Mahomes says, F it, I'm going to extend this play, roll out to the right side, and honestly, this is probably going to be forgotten about in the grand scheme of Mahomes stuff. I mean, heck, last year in a preseason game, he completed a behind-the-back freaking pass. But to stop and then generate the amount of torque and power on this football quite like this is ridiculous. And look at where he places it. Bam! Give Juju Smith-Schuster a lot of credit for making the difficult catch for a first down. So we get to an Isaiah Pacheco handoff for a tutty. Obviously, some pre-snap motion mixed in here as well. And if you want to draft Pacheco yourself, go to Fast Draft Fantasy now. Deposit match bonus up to $50. Promo code Carter, baby. So there is going to be a debate. Can Andy Reid actually catch Bill Belichick in terms of Super Bowls? The answer to that is probably no, but one feather in his cap could be turning Tyquan Thornton into a good player, something Mr. Belichick could not do, and obviously Bill drafted him, and Mahomes sees that this corner is flat-footed. Tyquan, for you super diehard Chiefs fans, you know this, he has been dominating people in camp. So Mahomes sees it, decides to just fling this thing. Obviously, this is one of the best deep ball throwers, if not the best deep ball thrower of all time. And that has been stripped from his game the past couple of seasons. We need more of this. Now, obviously, in a perfect world, Tyquan tracks this a little bit better and is able to keep his feet and score. That's something a guy like Jamar Chase would do, but Tyquan obviously will just take the reception all day, every day as well. And, man, what a freaking play. All right, so I owe this play design quite a bit because it was one of our most viral breakdowns on Power Hour NFL. These little tight end pick and roll screens. That's what I like to call them. A little pre-snap motion here. You're thinking this is just going to be a handoff, split zone action. Remember, this was the actual play that the Chiefs scored a touchdown on with Isaiah Pacheco with the tight end kicking out the D end. So you're thinking that this is going to be a run. And the good thing about this action is this end is going to crash down pretty heavy. He does go to the inside, which is what you want him to do. And look at how in unison these two are. Right when Mahomes is throwing it, he knows Kelce is going to be turning. And the only problem here is Trav drops it. Okay, you could see that this was actually set up fine. There's a huge alley for him to run through right here. All right, so 76 is Kingsley Suamatia at left guard. And this is one of the better blocks I've seen this entire preseason right here. Okay, watch him just destroy this defensive tackle. 97 just throws him out the club, and it opens up a huge hole for Kareem Hunt to run through to make it a third and manageable. Okay, that is ridiculously good run blocking right there. And let's see what Patrick Mahomes can do here. And then on this 3rd and 5, we get some Patrick Mahomes magic. Are you freaking kidding me? This guy just doesn't even seem real. So pre-snap, we get a lot of checks. Bears, it looks like they are in man-to-man. Safety is center field here. And this time, we do get some pressure. Now, the thing is with Patrick Mahomes, and Drew Brees has talked about this in interviews, is the basic physics of QB mechanics just does not apply to him because this pocket is indeed really good. But Mahomes is like, look, it looks as if everything is just covered. Once again, we'll get the all-22 here in the next 24. And Mahomes is like, let me dance around to see if I can just get a scramble drill going here. So he steps up, steps back, and all he's basically doing here is just buying time and allowing himself to just squirt out somewhere to go make a play. So obviously, it was a good job by Trey Smith to get the DT down to the ground. And now Patrick Mahomes is off to the races, and he's just hoping some receiver down the field can get open. And, well, what do you know? He throws the most catchable ball you will ever see. I'm kidding. It was a little low. And Kareem Hunt drops it. Okay? Alrighty. So let's go through a basic lesson, not only in football play design, but more importantly, personnel, right? Nobody uses it better than Andy Reid. So they are in 13 personnel. There are 3 tight ends, obviously Noah Gray, Travis Kelce, and 85, whose name slips my mind. Chiefs fans, let me know who it is down below. So if you're in 13 personnel, that adds extra gaps to the theoretical run fit. So by doing that, you have to bring more guys into the box to stop this effective Kansas City Chiefs run game. Now, it was effective in that they were able to run the football efficiently last year. They weren't really all that explosive, though. So with the passing attack losing Rashee Rice, it was even more important for Kansas City to get more exotic out of their tight personnels to get explosive plays generated last year. But now with Xavier Worthy, they should just be better on just basic passing formational personnel grouping. So watch what actually happens here. If you're the Bears, you're thinking they're definitely going to run the football, but that is not what they are going to do. You see everyone stepping up into it. What they are doing is something called a flood concept, okay? So you have a deep vertical here, you have a running back running into the flats, and your goal is to open up space for Travis Kelce to run through right here. So the goal here is for the vertical to hold this deep safety and for Travis Kelce to run through right here, and guess what? You get exactly that. This corner isn't too far back to where Mahomes feels comfortable just throwing it into this area. If this corner was further back, he would just throw it right here to Isaiah Pacheco. And obviously Travis Kelce is always going to generate separation versus a linebacker. And the ghost of Lance Briggs finally brings him down. Really, really, really good offense. So for the fantasy analysts out there, they're trying to figure out if the quick screen game is going to be with Rashee Rice or Xavier Worthy. Or excuse me, when Rice got hurt, a lot more of these touches went to Worthy. But we actually did a breakdown on these two a few weeks ago on this very play design. If you were to draft one of these two, you want to draft the one that's not suspended and the one also or won't have a chance to be suspended, and the one that's also going to catch these types of passes. And that is exactly what happened. So you could see really good blocking by Rashee Rice down the field. This could have been better from Noah Gray, but Xavier Worthy, because he's super fast and slick, he's able to make that player miss. He's able to make another guy miss, and he picks up all these extra yards. And obviously, if you're a Philadelphia Eagle fan, you might want to close your eyes because you do remember this from a few years ago. I do believe you Eagles fans did get your revenge. You could see Mahomes thought about throwing something deep, and then he sees a wide open rush lane to run through. And obviously, you could make a strong case. The hardest quarterback to sack, maybe ever, is Patrick Mahomes. He is so difficult to bring down. And, you know, the way he weaves, look, there was even a little fake pitch there at the end. It just so much guile and creativity in the way he runs. All right, so now you're in pistol, and how many times have you seen Patrick Mahomes throw this to Tyreek Hill or just someone else on a jet sweep motion? You really have to be prepared for this because it does hit you quick. So it really fools you. But this time you're actually just handing it off to the left side. Once again, this Chiefs offensive line really did work in this game. That is just excellent stuff right there by the young man. Opens up just an absolute gaping hole right here. Defensive end, I don't know what the heck he's doing. And look at that. Isaiah Pacheco is able to bounce it. Some good blocking on the edge right there by Juju Smith-Schuster. And Well, this at the end is probably the most Isaiah Pacheco thing ever. This is just crazy. Bam. I really hope he's okay. And then, of course, you got to get Rashee Rice involved. This preseason game just could not have gone any better. All your key guys pretty much got touches. You had some Mahomes magic. The protection was ridiculous. The play calling was ridiculous. And Chiefs Kingdom is ridiculous. So the neutral viewer wants old Patrick Mahomes back. And it is interesting that on some of these QB lists, he wasn't the number one guy. So you guys comment below. Let me know what you guys think about KC going into this next year, and we'll talk to you soon. It is Power Hour NFL. Boom. Tonight, we are doing steaks. Let's freaking go.